Hello friends, today in this tutorial I will be showing you that how basically we can display the inbox messages inside our Gmail account inside the browser using the JavaScript Gmail API, Gmail API version 3. So basically you can see that, guys. Let me just reload the application once again. This is my application. Let me open this page here. You will see as you load the page, this message will automatically be fetched here. This is the date of the message, from to, subject. This is my email address. This is the actual email. You can even click this email address and this will open your email address like this in a new window like this. So you can see that this was the email address. So there is also a slider given here. When you load the page, only 5 messages will be shown. So if you just increase this slider here, automatically some more new messages will be fetched here. You will be displayed right here. You will see that. If you once again want to increase it, you will see some more messages will be displayed here. You can see that. So in this way, guys, you can display these inbox messages inside Gmail. So first of all, whenever there is also a logout button available. You can even log out from this application and you will be directed to the home page. So basically this is a OAuth2 login application. First of all, you need to grant the permission for your account here. So you need to simply select your Google account and go to advanced here, and simply you need to select the scopes. So it will read, compose, send, and permanently delete all your email. So simply click on continue, and now this will display the messages straight from your Gmail account. So this is the Gmail account of mine, guys. So it is really fetching all these email addresses right here and displaying it in the screen. So you can see as I increase the slider, automatically these messages will be fetched here and it is displayed inside a nice little table out there. If you just go to inspect element, you will see it is coming. All these objects are returned to us. Each message has some properties attached to it. So we are just basically, you can see it. This is 5 messages are there. We have this access token. With the help of this access token, we are basically access token expire in. This is the actual scope that we granted permission. And basically this is the object which return. 5 messages are returned when we load the page, and you can see each message has the ID property. With the help of this ID property, we are getting some more information about this message, which is called as inside payload. We have this information inside header, which is, you can see inside header we have this information called as from value. This is the address from which the mail has come, and we have the to value as well, to which address the email has sent to. This is my email address. And the subject also, you can even display the subject as well. You can see that, guys, subject episode 298, you will see that. And then basically you can see that these are the different messages. You can see the date as well. You can see date as well. This is the date that we are displaying here. So all these things are displayed inside this object, guys, that we return right here. And basically if you want to see the snippet that we are displaying right here, this is a snippet. So this is coming right here from this. You can see that this is a snippet that we are showing here. So all these things are displayed inside the object. We just need to display these details right here in the browser. So I will be showing you step-by-step process on how to build this application from scratch. So basically for doing this purpose, I have written a complete blog post on my tutorial website webninjadeveloper.com. So the link is given in the description of this video. So just follow the step-by-step instruction, guys. You can definitely make this application. The link is given in the description of the video. So let's start building this application. So we will first of all close this folder and start from scratch. So basically I will go to my projects directory, guys. Here we will make a new project. Let me make a new directory here, which is make directory Gmail example. I will cd into this directory, and basically I will open this inside my Visual Studio Code text editor. So basically, guys, this is I have created a playlist, and basically this is a second tutorial in the playlist, and there is already one tutorial available to you. You can watch that tutorial in the playlist, and basically in that tutorial I have shown you how basically you can make a simple OAuth2 authentication tutorial. So basically this one basically contains all the code which is required to generate the access token. So I have made a separate video for that. So this is my GitHub repository. I will simply first of all fetch the starting code for this application. So in that tutorial I have explained step by step how this application is made. So go watch that tutorial first in the playlist OAuth2. So we will simply cd into this, and now you will see that, guys, in this we have a folder here, OAuth2, and basically we just need to here simply copy all these files here, cut these and simply paste it here. So simply I will delete this folder. Let me just delete this folder here. So now you can see that, guys. So basically you can see we have now, let me open this inside this command line. So I can simply open command line here. That's it. So right here, guys, if you now open your index.html, and in the blog post also I have given this blog post link as well. If you want the full source code of this starting application, if you go to my blog post, I have given this link of this blog post where you can read more about it. Google, JavaScript OAuth2 Google login and logout example using access tokens. So with watching this video, you can even read this blog post also. So all the source code is given. So let me explain it once again what we are doing right here. So if you open this application, we have a simple button out there which has a sign in button. If you click this button, you will be redirected to your page here, and this time you need to basically if you go to your I think you need to go to script.js. If you're building it for your own application, you need to replace your client ID and redirect URI. So these details you can get using if you go to Google Cloud Console, and basically you need to fetch these details. First of all, you need to enable the Gmail API. So enable the Gmail API, simply search for it and simply enable this. So I have already enabled this. So now go to credentials, and here you need to create a credential, guys. Simply click on that OAuth client ID. Simply select this is a web application, and here you need to add these two things out there. So this is our, if I see here, basically let me see the home page. So this is your home page, guys. Simply copy this, and simply here if you go to it, simply you need to add this. So we don't need to write index.html here, simply write this. After this you need to write your redirect URI. Redirect URI is something when you grant the access on which page the Google will redirect. So we will be redirecting the user to profile.html. That's it. Click on create. It will give you these two things out there. We only need the client ID. So simply copy the client ID and simply go to script.js. So simply paste it. And for the redirect URI, guys, you just need to provide the same URI that you provided here. So click on this pencil icon, and this is your redirect URI. Simply copy this redirect URI and simply go to your, paste it here. And now open your profile.js, guys. So access token we will automatically get, but here you just need to provide the URL for the home page, which is localhost 5500 index.html. That's it. This is all the configuration you will need, guys. Now if you open this now, click on this button, you will see that it will redirect you to the page here where you can select your account, and after this automatically your profile details will be fetched here. This is the tutorial that we done earlier on. You can see in the console also we got the object, this is access token, all that stuff. Now we need to simply call the API, guys. So we need to first of all make some modification. Go to profile.html, and instead of displaying the profile picture and name, we will display the other details. So here we will modify the script here, which is welcome to Gmail inbox. So here, guys, we will display the we will have a simple div tag. Here we will show the total messages which will be displayed. So this will be total messages like this. After this, guys, we will have a simple range element slider where the user can slide for the messages. So ID will be number, and the value will be around we will be displaying 10 messages when you load the page. So by default this Gmail API can display up to a max of 500 messages at one go, and the minimum value, let me say it's around 1. So now simply close it, and after this guys we will have a simple table. So inside this table we will have the table head tag. We will have four columns guys here, which is date, from, to. So instead of we can even add a subject column as well. So we can also add a subject column, subject, and the actual email like this. So these are the 5 fields will be there guys. So right here we also need to include the bootstrap. So simply include it cdn right here, and we will be giving basically a bootstrap class to the table striped. And also we need to wrap all this stuff guys inside the container class of bootstrap. So simply wrap all this in the container class. So now if you open this page guys, you will see this table will be there, and this is a slider. You can slide these messages accordingly. And now we need to make this profile.js. So inside we need to now modify some code here. We need to add some code here. So first of all we will declare some parameters guys. So we will declare a variable here which will hold the actual message data, such as the message, subject, and the actual message. This will be empty object, and we also will be displaying the total messages. So we will need to get the reference. So I think I need to give a ID to it. So we can see we have given the ID total, and we are getting the reference. After this we also need to give it an ID to the table body. If you see, we need to create a table body here. We need to give it an ID of result. So we are just accessing it inside this and declaring it. After this guys, we just need to declare a number, how many number of messages you want to display. So for now we will only be displaying 5 messages, so number is 5. So after this guys, we will be attaching total.innerHTML. We will make it as number, and if you now refresh your application, you will see if I go to profile.html, you will see I think it should display 5 here, total.innerHTML. And also guys, we also need to display get messages, and basically we need to pass a number. So this get messages will automatically fetch the inbox messages from the Gmail API, and we are providing an argument number 5 here. So after doing this guys, what we need to do is that if you see in the profile.html, we have this total tag. Yeah. So what we need to do is that here we need to say plus is equal to. Let me see if it is working. Sorry, let me make this function and then I will see. So this basically guys, this function which is get messages, and basically it takes the number as an argument guys. So inside this function guys, we will first of all make a simple fetch request, and if you go to the Gmail API guys, there is a method out there which allows you to fetch all the messages. We will make you, let me show you that method. If you go to the Gmail API documentation, you will see this method what I'm talking about. So you can see search for messages, and you can even search for messages, but in this case we will only be displaying all the messages here. So this is a method we will use, messages.list. So here you just need to provide the user ID, the user email address like this. So this takes these parameters. Maximum results you can provide, so maximum is 500 and minimum is default values 100 messages. So page token is also there. If you want to search for a specific message, you can provide a queue parameter here. So this one. So we will simply make this get request guys to this URL guys. You can see that. You can simply copy this and we will simply paste it here. So http gmail.googleapis.com/gmail version 1 users. And also you need to add the scope guys inside your script.js. You need to change the scope here to gmail.com. I think the scope is different for Gmail. You can see inside my blog post what I'm talking about. So this is the scope mail.google.com. So just change it to. So this is a scope permission that we need. And now go to this one. And user ID for this one guys, we need to fetch our own mail ID messages. So here we can write simply me like this. Put a comma. And here we provide to method will be get. And here we need to attach the headers guys, which will be new headers. And here we need to attach the authorization header, which is bearer, bearer, and followed by your access token. So we can just provide this dynamic string access token. So this access token that we are storing inside local storage, you will see that. Oh, I think we need to move this code. We need to move this code below, just above this, so that access token variable is available. So paste it. So now you can see we are getting this access token from the local storage, and we are simply providing this access token. That's it. So let me delete this fetch request. We don't need this. So this is our method guys, which we are declaring get messages. So we are providing a simple fetch request and we are passing the access token. And also guys, this takes a parameter which is maximum results, and we can provide it like this !, maximum results, and then we can concatenate the number which is passed. So it will only display 5 messages by this property. And after this guys, we just need to now, it returns a promise. So we can say dot then, and our promise will be returned to us and data will be there. So first of all, we need to convert the data to JSON. Then again, this returns a promise. We can simply say here info, and we can console log info like this. So what will happen guys, if I execute this application, you need to first of all grant the permission for the Gmail API. So you need to grant this permission, and you can see inside our console, it is saying document is not defined. I think I made a mistake here. Yeah. Inside here, document. This needs to be document. So that is a mistake is there. So let me change it. So now if you refresh it, click it. So 5, you can see it is displaying here. As I am changing value, it is not updating it because we need to attach an event listener. So whenever its value, slider value is changed, we need to update this value. So if you now see guys, basically it will give me this error that cannot, this one, which is button on click, logout. We need to have a logout button as well. You can see these messages are fetched here. 5 messages are fetched here. So each message has 2 properties, ID and the thread ID. So we need to make use of this ID parameter guys to fetch more information about this message, and such as the subject, from to email address, all that stuff. So we need to get this ID. This is very important. So after this, let me first of all add the logout button guys. So ID logout and logout. If you now see, we will have a logout button as well. So if you click it, you will be sign out. So if you again sign in, you need to grant the permission for this. So click on this. You need to allow these permissions, and once again you will see this response will be coming from the API that we made a mistake. You can see 5 messages are there. So basically you can see messages is basically an array. So we need to use a for each loop for this. So you can simply say here we can use, and basically here let me just make a for each loop. So array from, you can use this method and we can simply say info dot messages. This is an array, and here we'll use the for each loop, and for each message we need to display the properties, guys. So for each message we will be displaying the properties. So first of all, what we need to do here, we need to make a simple again a fetch request. So basically this will be the endpoint, and let me show you the endpoint that I'm using. If you go to the documentation, you will see this is the method, get method, that we are using of the Gmail API. So get method is, you can see get method, it basically gets the detail of an individual message. You need to provide the ID of the message like this at the later half here. You can see that. So this is a simple get request we need to make from the fetch API. So you can simply just paste it here like this, and here we can simply use a backtick symbol, and we can simply paste the ID which is coming through message dot ID. That's it. So just put a comma, and again we need to provide the method to be get, and again we need to attach the headers, guys, which is new headers, authorization BEARER, and this is the access token. So again you can use backtick symbol. So that's it, guys. So this is, again this will return a promise. So we can simply say here dot then. So first of all we need to convert this to JSON. This will again return a info here. We can console log the info. So if you open this your profile.html, guys, what will happen? It will also display the details of each message. If you see, it is saying that it is saying login required, unauthenticated, credential missing. Let me see, guys, what is the error. Let me log out, sign in once again. Click on continue, and once again you can see this one is coming successfully. This is the message is coming, but this request is unsuccessful. Let me check. Okay, user ID, we also need to replace the user ID, guys. So you need to put here me, put again me here because we are fetching our own messages. So put a me here, and once again refresh this. So you can see automatically this is the ID of the message. It basically fetches more details about that message: history ID, label ID, payload, which contains information about the attachment, images, all that stuff. We have this headers here. Inside this headers, guys, you will see that we have different information: date, from, to, subject, all this stuff. This is a snippet also. So we just need to display this information right here inside this table, guys. So what we can do is that we can first of all store this information, which is message data. Basically this is an object, and inside this we need to first of all store the ID of the message, so data.id, and we also need to store the message, actual message, data.snippet. That's it. So after this, guys, what we need to do is that after storing this detail, we need to now make a result. This will be empty array, and as you can see, guys, this we need to fetch the details of the headers. So we will simply loop through again array from. So this is a simple array data.payload.headers. Again, we will use the for each loop for looping through all the headers that are available. So this will be, let me take a index variable message. This will be an arrow function. So this is slightly complicated, guys, but still I will give all this source code in the description of the video, so don't worry about it. So now we need to fetch all this information. So we only need three information here. We need the date, from, to, and subject. So basically we will simply say if message dot name property, there is a name property here, so we will simply compare it in a if condition. If it date, if it is a basically subject, and if it is, we can transfer it, message dot name is if it is to, and if it is from. So in either of these four cases, guys, if these properties exist, then we need to display these properties. So inside this if condition, what we need to do, we need to simply push these entries inside this result array that we are storing. So we can say result dot push. We can say message dot value. We need to push the value, so we can push the value here. That's it. And just after this, guys, if you now I think, yeah, if you now console log the result here, just to check if these information are stored or not. Let me just again refresh the application. So if you check here, guys, it is saying that data is not defined. Let me see. Message. Okay, sorry, this is info, not data. Sorry, info. This is info here, so we need to replace here info. So just replace it as info, guys. So now if you once again refresh it, so you can see that our constructed array is constructed. This contains the date, this contains the from, this contains the to, and this contains the actual subject. You can see that four details are there, so we need to simply display these four details first inside these columns, and lastly we will display the snippet. So in this way, guys, you can simply display these details inside the browser. So now let me just do this process very easily. So if you are watching it for the very first time, please hit that like button, subscribe the channel as well. So after doing this, guys, we will simply render all these values inside the table. So we got the DOM reference, which is div result. We will make inner HTML plus is equal to, inside backtip symbol we will write multiple lines of JavaScript code. So this will be table row tag, and basically, guys, inside this we will say here table data. We will simply here say result 0. Basically this is an array, so that's why we can use this indexing structure like this. We can copy 3 more times. This is 1, this is 2, and this is 3. So now if you just refresh your application, guys, hopefully these details will be You can see that this is a date, this is a from, this is the to, and this is a subject. I think, sorry, subject and to is, so what we can just place 2 here and 3 here. So you can see, so it is slightly complicated, so you get the point that we are basically fetching all these details here. You can see that this is a date, all these details are fetched, and if you increase this number, this will not update, because why it is not updating, we need to add a simple event here. So whenever this value changes, we need to change this. So we can simply here bind a on click here. So as you can see, we have given this element an ID. This input element, I have given this ID of number. So here we can simply say here number input. So after getting this reference, guys, we can simply attach a number input dot on change. We can attach a function here which will automatically execute. So here we will first of all, inside this function, guys, we will change the value of this total dot inner HTML will be equal to number input dot value, and also we need to update the value of number as well, similar to number input. And then we need to call the same function once again, get messages, and pass this number value like this. So if you now refresh your application now, you will now see this will update automatically. As you can see that more messages are fetched here, you will see. So in this way, guys, you can fetch all these messages like this. You can increase it to very large value. You can see that how many messages are. It is tremendous application, guys. You can basically fetch all the messages, inbox messages, very quickly using this Gmail API. All the source code is given in the description of this video, and I will make more videos in this playlist. So I will extend some functionality. I will add some more buttons here where you can search for messages. We can also add delete button as well, where we can delete messages. So keep watching this playlist. And I think one more thing is remaining. We need to add it like this. We need to add a message property as well. So as you can see that we are storing this inside our message data. We are storing this, sorry, this is message data. You can see we are storing this 2 variables, ID and the message. So here we need to lastly display the actual message. You can see we are embedding this message ID and message data, actual message. So now what will happen, if you open this, you will also have this clickable message as well, like this. So anyone, you can click this and basically it will open it inside a new window inside your Gmail account. So here you can view the message, whatever message is there. You can increase the number like this. So in this way, guys, you can see that how it is very nice application we have built here. So I think it's a very tremendous application. You should also make this application. So thank you very much for watching this video, and I will be seeing you in the next one.